Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be sharing with you how I moved from barely surviving to growing my business to a nine-figure business. In case you're just coming across me, my name is Lara Don Momo. I'm a mind and strategy coach and I help growing businesses upscale from a one-man army to a self-sustained organization. 13 years ago, I came on Facebook. I started sharing my story about having 14 heartbreaks, 15 abortions, and a divorce. And at that time, I just wanted to help people. I just wanted to impact people. I wanted to share my story so that people will not go through the same thing I went through, or so that the people that are currently going through what I went through, I can help to heal them. When I started, it was not a business. I didn't even have business in mind. I just wanted to help people. But after finishing sharing the story, I realized that I got a lot of DMs, lots of DMs from people. They just wanted me to help them. They wanted me to answer my question. They wanted me to answer their questions. They wanted to, you know, get the strength that I had for me to even be bold enough to come and share this story. So I started thinking to myself, okay, yeah, I'm going to answer these people for free. I would answer them for free. I was even using my head knowledge. I didn't even know everything I should know at the time. Then from answering people, people would suggest to me, people in my industry at the time that I didn't even know. They'll send me a DM. Can you take this course? Can you take that course? It would help you to answer people better. And I felt like, this makes sense. So I started going for certification courses. I became a cognitive behavioral therapist. I became a relationship coach. I became a results coach and so many other, qualifications that I could do at the time. But the only qualification I didn't get was how to make money. Nobody certified me on that. So I was still helping people, but I wasn't making money. I was broke. And people in the industry then kept telling me, oh, Lara, this industry is ministry. It's just to fulfill your purpose. And then people will pay you honorarium and things like that. And I know I can't, I know, no, I can never live like that. I can't. I kept telling them I cannot do this way. There has to be another way. And I know that there are some people that are just like me at that particular time where there's a mindset or a prevalent thought in your industry. This is how to do it. This is how to do it. And you know that no, there has to be another way. Do not let people shut you up. Do not let anybody shut you up. Don't let people only tell you this is the only way. This is one of the things I have worked at in my life. I hate it when people tell me this is the only way because there is no one way to do anything. I don't care who has done it before. I don't care where you're from, but I always know that I can always get better ways. And so, because of this thought, I started strategizing. I started thinking, how can I make money from this thing? How can I do this? How can I do that? At this time, it was 2016. And I told the people in my industry, my mentors, I said, I want to start helping people online. I don't want to be going to only churches. What if you go to a church and then you speak in a church and the pastor doesn't like anything or something you said and they are never going to invite you back? So I had an issue with that because as a relationship coach or any speaker, you can go to somewhere because it's a church, it's a religious gathering. Some people can be offended and they're not going to call you back. Do you know what that means? It means that your livelihood is dependent on human beings. I will never, ever do that because that is going to restrict you. It's going to restrict how you make money. It's going to restrict what you say. It's going to restrict your authenticity. And that was a big deal for me. One of my greatest values in life is authenticity. I want to be authentic. I want to be vulnerable. So I wasn't going to let whatever anybody was saying, disturb or distort my authenticity. So at that time, I found Skype. 2016, I told them I'm going to start talking to people on Skype. And everybody mocked me. It's not possible. You can never do therapy on Skype. You can never do therapy online. Nobody is going to come to you. Nobody is going to pay you. You need to touch people. They need to see you. They need to come to your office. I didn't quite understand that. Anyways, I went ahead and created my first virtual session called Heart to Heart with Lara. At that time, in 2016, it was 20,000 naira. Most of my mentors were not even charging that much. At that time, they were telling me nobody's going to buy. And the reason why I started that way was because I had read a book called How to Be Great as a Consultant. I think so. If not, please permit my error. But it's something about how to be great as a consultant. I read in that book that year that if you want to be a high ticket consultant, you need to start that way. You don't grow because that is the logic that everybody told us with. You have to start charging low, then you grow, then you grow. Not true. So I started at that time with 20,000 naira. It was a lot of money at the time. I didn't get enough clients immediately, but I stuck to it. Why? Because even way back then, I decided I was going to serve the premium client. I was going to serve the premium audience. So I was getting money in trickles. I was home, by the way. I didn't have any office. I just had my baby in 2014, had, gotten married for the first time in 2013. So I was just a housewife with this online job. I would send broadcasts on BBM at the time, and I kept doing this, and doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't making money. Somebody would just buy or up on that offer maybe once in 3 months, maybe once in 2 months. And I did all of that till 2021. So, backtrack. When it was 2017, I started singing that I needed to, like I said, use my authenticity. One of the things that I love the most is fun, is another value system that I have. There is no job that I will ever do that I will not have fun. If I am not having fun, it's not me. You get. So I realized that a lot of there were different relationship coaches at the time. Nobody had the fun angle. So you guess what I did? Because innovation is important as an entrepreneur. You need to start thinking. You cannot continue to do as you do. I always look for a difference. I always look for an edge. So my edge at that time was that I loved fun. So I created a club for singles. It was called the Complete Singles Club. I started on WhatsApp. I did a timetable for them: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Trust me. And then once every month, last Sunday of the month, I took all of them out for an outing in a restaurant. We will play games, we will eat, and we will have fun. And at first, people were dropping in, people were paying, people were, it was so nice to see at that time. And I would see that on Sunday there'll be somebody. In fact, we started hiring or appointing head of house. So on Sunday, we will appoint a head of house. The head of house will coordinate all the activities for the week. We will do book review. We will do, question and answer or hot seat. We will do so many things. And then at the end of the month, we will go to the restaurant. After about 4, 5, 6 months, I realized that I can't scale this thing. Do you know why? Because at that time, they were paying me probably 20,000 naira too for a month. So by the time we go to the restaurant, the food, even though I will peg it, nobody must eat more than 6 or 7,000 naira. But the restaurant was expensive. The restaurant has service charge, to even hire a venue was a lot. I knew. In fact, I remember my mentor then, Steve Harris, he told me, you can't scale this thing, Lara. You can't. You need to do it on a bigger level so that you can be able to reach more people and also make more money. So before I dropped that idea, I got one thing from there. When we go out to the restaurant, I noticed that the guys and the girls, they will play, they will talk, but nobody was talking about dating. Then they'll come and meet me. Oh, Lara, I like this girl. I'm like, this is matchmaking. See, I see money everywhere. That's me. As an entrepreneur, you need to see money everywhere. You need to see opportunities. You cannot afford to see things the way everybody else see things. If not, you will not make money. Do you know what I saw from those conversations? Matchmaking. So, 2017, I went fully into matchmaking and I was called the matchmaking mistress. In fact, I remember Steve Harris told me then, you need to brand this thing properly. I did some sultry pictures. I did some, what it means to be a mistress. That kind of, I was even thinking, hey, I'm a Christian, or how will people see me? And it's like, this is branding, this is imagery. You need to go in for this thing. And that's what I did. I went all in and I branded it as the matchmaking mistress. Do you know what I did? I created ordinary matchmaking. I created matchmaking silver. I created gold. I created platinum. As at that time, people were paying me 400K to introduce people to them, depending on the package that they subscribe to. So when I did that, he was paying. People would do either silver, gold, or platinum. But do you know the problem inside that program again? Another problem erupted. That was the problem of matching. At that time, I had women who had more money. The women had more money. They were working class, but the men were lower. They didn't have money. So you know how it looks as if, because I believe it's a myth, it's not true. It looks as if there are more women than men. It's not true. Going by census is not true. But we have made it seem that way. So as at that time, I had more women dropping into matchmaking. So I will have to go and shop for these men. And you know when you say shop, it means that the men come with a chip on their shoulder. They're expecting the women to call them. They're expecting the women to bend backwards. So it was not working. The women will complain, Lara, I don't like how this guy, he will not call me, he will treat me this way. So I started seeing the problem again. In fact, at some point, they would fight and then somebody would call me crying. Oh, Lara, I came to you because I know you could do this thing. I came to you because, and it's not working. Why did you do this to me? Look at what this guy said to me. I'm like, hey, that's another problem. So what this tell you as an entrepreneur is that for every level, there's going to be new problems. You have to be able to check, can I solve this problem or can I just kill this idea? I'm telling you, at that time, I realized that this matchmaking was not going to go all the way. I gathered a lot of fame, trust me, because the brand was new, the styling, the imagery, it was new. I did a lot of ads then on Bella Niger, on Instablog. You know, people really loved the idea of matchmaking, but it was not sustainable because people were cursing me. Yeah, I remember one lady called me in the middle of the night. I started cursing me. I think she was 47 or 48. I was her last hope. And then this guy has messed her up. I started feeling guilty. I can't do this. I cannot. This thing is affecting my conscience. I can't. I just couldn't function. So at that time, I just felt I can't do this anymore. And at that time, this was 2018. I had just gone through my own divorce, in my own marriage at that time. So I knew that scaling this matchmaking was going to be problematic. Do you know why? People came to me because of my happily ever after story. The story was that I had a child at 19, 14 heartbreaks, 15 abortions, and now I have gotten married. So people will be like, who best to hook me up or match me with somebody if not for this woman? So they came and I matched them, but then my own marriage was falling apart. So my authentic branding, as usual, I wanted to go again on Instagram at the time and say, oh, this marriage has fallen apart. But do you know what happened? I had 2, 3 mentors that I spoke with at the time. They said, no, Lara, you cannot do that. Nobody is going to want to patronize you again. You will never make money again. People will, blacklist you. You cannot do that. So you need to keep going that way. So I'm like, what am I going to do? What happens to my value of authenticity? No, 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 no. It's business. In business, you cannot truly be authentic. You have to fake some things. You have to do some things. Ladies and gentlemen, I did that for 2 years. And do you know what happened to me? I lost steam. I would just come online, smile, but I was dying. Why? Because I was not in my authentic game. I was doing everything against my value system. Anytime you are doing anything that is against your value system, ladies and gentlemen, you will be out of order. You will be out of alignment. You will start to feel empty. You will start to feel pain. You will start to feel depressed, because that was what happened to me. For 2 years, I was depressed. Why? Because I was lying. I was posting. I even wrote a book at that time. That was the book I wrote, What is Wrong with My Tasting Men? Why You Are Attracting the Wrong Men and How to Start Attracting the Right Ones for You. So how could I write a book like that when my own marriage was falling apart? Anyways, long story short, one day in 2018, I went for a program by Femi Jacobs. I'm sure you know him. Yes, the Nigerian actor. I went for a program. I was living in Abuja at the time. And the title of the program, or name of the program, is called Spirituality, Creativity, and Clarity. We were there from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. See, I always say it. That was November 4th, 2018. That was the day I was rebirthed. That was the day I came to life again. Why? Because from that class that day, I realized that my pain is my gift. I realized that my life as it is, imperfect, is what some people want. My authenticity, my vulnerability was my greatest gift. So I have been covering it along the line, which was injuring me or harming my happiness. So you know what I did? I just decided I'm not doing this anymore. I'm doing this no more. I am going to start coming and showing off at Lara. Do you know what I did? I wrote a book and I shared my story. The title of the book is How the Matchmaker's Marriage Failed. See, if you know me by now, in case you are new, I'm a very, very dramatic person. It was a sad book, but I shared everything from the day I was giving birth to the day my marriage failed. And I wrote out lessons, for people who want to learn so that they will not repeat what I went through. Do you know why? That was how I started. That was the beginning of my journey. Do not lose this. If you're a purpose person, you're an entrepreneur, you always need to keep going back to your core message. Your core message, you can refine it, you can evolve from it, but you cannot leave it. If you lose your core message, you're going to lose yourself. You're going to lose your money. You're going to lose your authentic self. You get? So I wrote that book. I did all of that. And I started a countdown that I was releasing the book on December 1st. I went to do a photo shoot where I was wearing a wedding dress. I was crying. It was a whole lot of shenanigans. I'm telling you, I made a lot of noise on my page on Instagram. I started posting countdown. I changed my logo. That was when I launched my new company, Lara International. I started doing, people will be commenting, what are you launching? What's going on? I'll put up the half of the wedding dress or maybe a quarter. They'll say, but she's married before now. What are you doing? What is going on? Hey, maybe you want to release a new product. Maybe you want to do this. I did it for 30 days straight. And I was generating, interest on my page. And 12 a.m., December 1st, 2018, I released the page of the book. Gosh, hey. People started commenting, no, I believed in love because of you. Don't do this to me. Oh my God, it's because you are sharing the story. That's why the man left you. There were lots of terrible comments. And then I never planned for what happened after. Family members started calling me. People I have not spoken to since I was 10 years old. What is that? How could you post that? Is it because your father is dead? How was that? You are bringing the family name to disrepute. Thankfully, I had spoken to my mom, my siblings, and my daughter. My son was not old enough at the time to have that conversation. And I had sought the consent of my ex-husband before I wrote it. So, and I remember calling him 3 days before then and said, I wrote a book, and I shared a little of our story. And the guy said, I know you are not calling me for permission. You are calling me to inform me. I said, got it. So he was like, it's okay. Shall give me money when the money comes. And I hope you didn't badmouth me. And we just laughed about it. Why could we have that kind of relationship? Because I had made sure that when we broke up, there was no animosity. I went to him one of those days and I apologized to him. I am sorry for this that I did in our marriage. I am sorry our marriage did not work. And this is just me telling somebody that probably has gone through a divorce or going through a divorce or a heartbreak. If you really want to co-parent successfully, number one, if you really want to heal properly and move on to a better relationship, a better life, a better marriage, go and apologize to them. I don't care who is wrong. Do you know that if you apologize to them, let me tell you what will happen next. If their head is properly screwed on their neck, they will apologize too. At least that was what happened in my case. He apologized, and from that day till today, we've had the best co-parenting relationship. My ex-husband has been to my house now to meet my current husband. They have hugged each other. He has bought us gifts, thanked him for caring for his son and all those other shenanigans. This is just from me to you. If you have been through that and you're just fighting and fighting, you don't need it. See, this small behavior that we did helped divorce to be smooth. We used one lawyer. Did you hear me? We used one lawyer. I didn't spend a dime. Our case in court, our divorce case in court was about 6 to 8 months. Why? Because nobody was fighting. We had already agreed custody. How much will you give me? What will happen? No fight. And everybody went their merry, jolly way. Hi, his ex-husband. I always give him a shout out every time I'm doing one of these videos because like I always tell my everybody, he's the best ex-husband anybody can have. Long story short, I wrote that book and people started shouting. People were commenting. But do you know what I did? I wrote the book. Then it was 2018. I gave them 1 week. Pre-order this book at so amount. If you pre-order this book, if you don't pre-order it after 1 week, it's going to skyrocket by 50%. Ladies and gentlemen, I was crying, but I was making money because I sold in 2018 over ₦1 million in book sales. Do you know why? People like gist. But because I'm an entrepreneur, if you want to share your story, share it properly, share it in a controlled environment, share it in a space that can even also generate money for you. Because, like I tell you, you must see opportunity in every angle as an entrepreneur. So this is one of the things that I have that has been going well for me. What people just see as common and normal for me is money. I see money everywhere I go in everything I do. So I wrote this book. I sold a lot of copies. People complained, people abused me, people chastised me, people did all of that. Do you know what happened? All of this lasted for 1 week. 1 week. After 1 week, everybody moved on. Why am I telling you this? That thing that you are afraid of doing, you are afraid of people's criticisms, you are afraid people will jab me, they will do this. See, no matter what it is, and I mean, no matter what it is, people will move on. People don't care about you. Nobody cares. They care if they know you. And they care because, oh, our child is not for you. They are thinking, as a mom will think, hey, look at what my daughter is doing. She's thinking of her reputation. It's not you. Everybody you think that they advise, they don't love you. They love themselves and your association with them. I'm not saying don't listen to people. I'm just trying to tell you that whatever you know, because in my new book, Becoming a Powerhouse, I talked about inner voice. That's my favorite chapter in that book, chapter 4. Your inner voice is your guidance in life. If you are not listening to it, you will be out of order. You will be out of alignment. So at this point in time, everybody abused me, and 1 week they moved on. I made money, I printed the book, and that was it. Then after a while, remember I said I see opportunities. People that have gone through divorce, people that are going through divorce, people that have gone through heartbreaks, single mothers, they started sending me messages. Oh my God, how did you do this? Oh my God, how did you get the courage? I saw another opportunity. These people want to heal. These people need guidance. Broken people, divorced people, they need guidance. Lara, another way. Do you know what I did? I went into healing and therapy full time. I moved away from matchmaking or relation. I went into therapy. I created what I called the healing school at that time. And I did 8 modules. I recorded it on one of my shabby laptops at the time, used one old app called Camtasia. At that time, I didn't have a dime. Camtasia had the 30-day trial. Yes, 30-day trial offer that they gave. I will use it in 30 days to create the module. When you finish it, I will download it again to use the 30 day. And do you know what that did? I started, advertising it. People started dropping in little by little, little by little. Before you know it, bam, Healing School is a hit. Since I created the Healing School in 2019, this is 2025, I think we must have had over 1,000 people, if not more, that have taken the Healing School. And now it's almost ₦1 million. So I sat down by myself. How did I heal? What do you need to heal? That's how to make money. If you have a journey that you've gone through and people are asking you how to do it, sit down and write the process. That was what I wrote. I wrote this process. Where did I start from? What made it easy for me? Yes, you have to trace the pain. You have to do this. You have to do that. And I created the Healing School. People were sending me testimonials. Oh my God. Because I put forgiveness. Then my major clients were divorced people. So after a while, They'll finish the healing school, then they'll call me again. 6 months after, oh, coach, something like a relapse. They're crying. So I told myself, 8 weeks is not enough. Remember, there's money in every opportunity. So I told myself, that means, healing school is not enough. These same people need that. 8 weeks is not enough. If you've had 45 years of living, 8 weeks will help you to give you instant relief, but it will not heal you forever. Do you know what I did? I created the school of identity because I realized that after healing, you need identity. This was how I did. I started doing that with the same Camtasia. In fact, at that time, if you see the videos, because how does Camtasia work? I do PowerPoint. I didn't have anybody. It was me by myself. I did it by myself. I will create PowerPoints and I will upload it to a video. So it had the logo of Camtasia. I didn't care. Because people will be like, hey, people will start. I didn't care. I was making millions, even with the logo, with the trial version. You get what I mean? And so I created the School of Identity at the time. And there's one more thing I need to tell you guys. If you've been following me for a while, I love to talk a lot. I'm a sanguine, and I used to say a lot of things. Oh, I don't like to write. I prefer to talk more. I don't like anything that keeps me down for a long time. I don't like to be confined anywhere. But hey, if you must get to your next level, all those things are excuses. You have to deaden it. You have to kill it. Because I learned how to write. I didn't used to like how to write. I learned how to write. I started writing. I wrote books. Now I have 5 books. I did PowerPoint presentations. I did research. All these things were never, ever my forte. I never liked it while in school, while I was growing up. But if you want money, there are some things you have to learn how to do, even though that's not your forte. That's not who you are. You have to learn them, or else you will remain small. So I moved from, I'm a sanguine. I always like to talk. I didn't like to write. Boom, you get. So I did the School of Identity. After that, I created the School of the Mind. Can you see what I'm doing? I upskilled. What that meant is that the healing school was cheaper. When you buy the School of Identity, it was higher. When you go to the School of the Mind, it was higher. Do you know how I started building this? Because my clients were the ones telling me what to do. They never told me specifically to do the School of Identity or School of the Mind, but in their questions, in their confusion, I was seeing answers. I was seeing opportunity in that. And then also, once in a while, I'll do like a relationship program, so that these people, I can, update them or heal them and stuff like that. So I did this from 2018 to 2024. But something major happened in 2021, January. That time, it was still me. COVID had come. I met my current husband during COVID. So, ladies and gentlemen, COVID, I was in love. Everybody was saying the world was good. Me, I did love every day because he worked, he's a press guy. So he worked in a radio and TV station, meaning that he had passes. So we were going out every day during COVID. I didn't even know COVID was happening. I wasn't even too bothered about money. I was just falling in love up and down. So when January 2021 came, I knew that, Lara, you have been playing stop small. You have to wake up and build this business that you have always dreamt of. And at that time, I told myself, I want to start serving premium clients. I asked myself, how do premium clients behave? One, they have good lighting. They have good videos. I did not even have a ring light. I would do my live videos by my window. At that time, I would look for when there's light. You know how this video editor is telling you are losing daylight, you are losing daylight. Me, I used to chase daylight. I would do my videos by the window at that time. So January 2021, I told myself, I'm scaling. I'm not going to do the same thing anymore. And if you want to scale, you need staff members. Do you know what I did? I didn't have a dime. This is another thing I need to tell you. If you're an entrepreneur and you are always waiting for money to do anything, trust me, you don't even know what you're doing. You are going to remain small for a very long time to come. You need to have a larger appetite. You need to have, your ambition has to be greater than your pocket. Your belief in yourself has to be greater than your pocket. Your optimism in life has to be greater than your pocket. So I didn't have a dime, but I employed 2 new people. I called my friend then. He's a video, he was a videographer at the time. And I told him, see, guy, I want to start making clean videos so that, people can start taking me seriously. He was laughing at me. I say, I don't get money. Oh. See, we'll do it in partnership. You do videos for me. I'll pay you when money comes. So, and I shout out Shegon. Shegon was there for me at the time. He was just so open to it. You know why? He just wanted to spread authentic message to the world. So I didn't have money, but I did good. I had makeup artists too at the time. All of us were doing butter. All of us, makeup artists, picture, that was what we're doing. There was no money involved anywhere. So 2021, I employed 2 new staff, did clean videos for the first time, and I did ads on them. Ladies and gentlemen, that month was the first time I made my 1 million naira. And from then, it has been up, 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 up. So 2021, healing school, school of identity, school of the mind. I started getting more people. Then you know how this work is. Especially if you're on social media, sometimes you can go viral. And for someone who has a peculiar messaging like me, you will see people approach you. Chude, my friend, hi Chude, Jidonwo, he just sent me a DM. Chude and I go way back. We are in the same church, same department in church. So I gave him my book, How the Matchmaker's Marriage Failed, when I went to see him for his birthday party. And he called me, hey, sis, you must be on my show. You must come and talk about this thing. And that singular interview got me so many clients, so many clients. You know what made it easier for me? I already had a system by the time the clients were coming. I already had healing school, school of identity, school. I already had admin, customer service. I already had content creator. So when they came, they thought they were just going to come and share story, but there was already a system at that time. So they were just paying, and that was all. So when I started dealing with my clients who went through School of the Mind, healing school, then they would heal and want to birth purpose. Most of them will say, oh, because of what I've been through, coach, I'd like to be like you. I want to be a coach. I want to birth an NGO. I want to do this. So I would have to learn to be a coach. You guessed right. I saw another opportunity. Do you know what I did? I started certifying coaches. I created a course called the Healing Coaching Certification Course. I registered it and trademarked it. I got my senior colleagues in the industry that had more knowledge. I had some knowledge, but they had more knowledge than I am. I bring them together at least 2 times every year to teach these same people that went through the healing journey with me to become coaches, to become, business owners. Ladies and gentlemen, I always tell people about the lifetime value of one client. That is why I don't joke with one client. I have a client that has been with me for the past 5 years. This person has paid me over $50,000. I'm telling you, I went to meet her 2 years ago when I went to Ghana in December. She's a Ghanaian, and I met with her and her husband-to-be. I'm going for her wedding in a couple of weeks. That one person, she has gone through all the journey with me, and she's still my current client till today. You have to learn how to keep upselling as an entrepreneur. You have to learn how to make different types of money from one client. You just don't get one client and let them go. No. What else can you do to them? And then 2023, you know what happened? I got married again. It was, oh my God, the blogs took it, but especially because my husband used to be married to late renowned singer Kefi or Bareki at the time. So he's quite a popular guy himself. So, me coming together, both of us coming together, 14 heartbreak, 50 abortion, Linda, AKG, everybody carried it. But do you know me by now. Do you know what happened? I had prepared for it. I remember my office, I had told them, this wedding, we're going to cash out from this wedding. We had done photo shoots, me and my husband. I had told my client, there's going to be a lot of comments. You must reply every comment. I don't care if it's 10,000 comments. You must reply every DM. I don't care if it is 1 billion DMs. So we were prepared. So when Linda, I didn't care, they were abusing me, TikTok, you. I was just like, are you replying the DM? Are you replying the comments? Why? Because you have to be sharp. You have to be sharp. There is money everywhere. I cannot tell you, I can't even remember how much we made. We made a lot of money. In fact, I told because my husband is also a press guy. He's in industry. He's a media guy. He's a video project, video director, everything, or presenter. So he knows how it works. I told him there's no honeymoon for the next 2 weeks at all. We were doing live video. In fact, we created a course called Finding Love After Trauma, because both of us found love after trauma. He found love after his wife died. I found love after a divorce. I remember loved ones sending message, go and rest. You just got married. What are you doing? I'll just be smiling. I'll say, yes, ma. Yes. They didn't know what we were doing. We were cashing out. People, if we did live videos, you will see hundreds of people like me that before, if I do live video, maybe 10, 12 people, hundreds. How did you make it? What happened? How did you people meet? How did you marry again? With sharing your story. Mr. Teddy, what do you think? Blah, blah. And my husband too. I'm so grateful for the person I married. He's a press guy himself. He would answer all the questions, and we created a lot of money. We generated a lot of money from that, So that's how I kept making money, HCCC, like I told you, and all of those things. Another major incident happened in 2024. Honest Bunch called me. I'm sure you know them, Nedu and the other guys. And they sent me a DM. In fact, before they sent the DM, I always have premonitions. I told my husband, these people will call me soon. He's like, do you know them? I'm like, I just feel so. And so they sent me a DM and called me for the Honest Bunch. Do you know what happened again? Sword. I went to share this thing, and of course there was a lot of backlash. See, by now I was used to the trend. There will be backlash, but there will be money from the backlash. So I was always prepared and ready. So when I went for Honest Bunch, I told my team, prepare. Money is about to come in. So by the time, the Honest Bunch, they did a lot of edits. That's how they do. They will you said some things, those things, but they'll put some edits together that maybe not really quite paint you well. So some of my friends were concerned. Lara, you need to sue them. Me, I was laughing. Sue them for what? I'm not suing them, I beg. Leave them alone. No. Lara, my friends will be sending me a link. Look at TikTok. They are bashing you. They are doing this. That's not how the story. The way Honest Bunch. I said, just leave them alone. Because why? At that time, another surge of clients. Money kept coming in. Money kept coming in. Money kept coming in. By the time it was going towards the end of 2024, I started having it in me. It's time to scale. It's time to go higher. It's time to build more. How did I arrive there? Remember, some clients started with me from 2019. They went through healing. They went through identity. They went through the School of the Mind. Now, a lot of them became coaches. The Healing Coaching Certification course certified them. In fact, I created another certification course called the Couples Therapy Certification course. So it's still the same client. I want you as an entrepreneur to follow this journey. You need to be creating different products, different services for these clients. You need to keep looking at whatever their need is for a particular time. So some of those coaches that I certified, they started working for me. They were, till today, three of them are my coaches. And they take other clients when they surge. And, I can't have time for all those other clients. So by the time it was 2024, these people have started building their own coaching business. They are starting to build their own businesses and all of that. Do you know again? You guessed right. I saw another opportunity. These people need to build systems. These people need to learn how to make money in their coaching industry. These people need to know how to start hiring staff. And I started feeling, Lara, it's time also for you to upskill. It's time for you to go higher. You have been in this healing and therapy space for a while now. But one of the things I enjoyed the most doing all of these things is business. The business of coaching, the business of therapy. I love it so much. Because even though I have been a therapist for a long time, my core name is business. My colleagues always tell me, hey, Lara the billionaire, she likes money. Why? Because I've realized that as a human being, you have a divine deposit in you. It's called talent. You see that thing? It should make you billions. And I kid you not. And I'm talking about billions in dollars. I'm not joking. If you know how to monetize it, if you know how to scale it, if you know how to clarify it, if you know how to structure it, build systems for it, and run it properly, you will make billions of naira. Ladies and gentlemen, I stopped asking for money. I became, in my family, I'm the firstborn. In the past, I used to be the one that they would contribute money for. Now, they can't do anything until Lara steps in. Very, very important fact, especially as a firstborn, as an African. These things are very, very important. It gives you dignity as a human being. It satisfies you. I have 2 children. Now I don't need to, whether anybody pays their school fees or not, I'm paying. Whether they want to buy anything, I'm paying. If my husband needs support, I'm there. If I want to go on a trip, I'm there. I don't need to ask anybody for money. And now, I have staff members also that they are also contributing. They're also earning from the business, and life is going, well for everybody. And people think, oh, business is not for me. It's not true. I need to tell you again. If you think, I'm not a business person, I really don't like business, it is not true. You have to learn how to monetize your message. You may not be a forefront business person like me, but you can monetize your talent. You can invest your money in other people's businesses. So 2024, when I knew that it was time to upskill, it was time to focus on this business thing because I have done it successfully as at that time for 12 years. I wanted to teach people from my own experience how I have grown from, being broke to making 9 figures. I wanted to teach people, I wanted to let them know that no matter the industry that you're in, you can make millions. No matter what you are going through or what you've been through, you can build a business and make a lot of money. And I mean a lot of money from it if you are ready. See, one of the things I have that a lot of people don't have is obsession. If you are looking for somebody that is obsessed with their work, her name is Lara. Could I sit down, Mama? I don't joke with my job because whatever you are obsessed with will peak like this and multiply. People joke with their jobs. People joke with their livelihoods. People use their, their feelings to work. I had 4 miscarriages in 2024, but I never stopped working. I'm telling you, anytime that happens to me, I'll tell myself, at least I'm alive. It means that there is hope for tomorrow. So, Lara, get up, pick up, and start doing your work. And ladies and gentlemen, look at where I am today. So 2025, I told myself from December, I'm going to upskill. I'm going to focus on business. I'm going to focus on building proper business structure. I want to raise powerhouses. In fact, by December, I went on a retreat in November, high ticket retreat. Ladies and gentlemen, first time in my life that I will go for a weekend retreat for 3 million naira. But the reason that made me pay that money is that if you want to start earning high ticket, you need to learn how to pay high ticket. If you cannot pay high ticket, you cannot earn high ticket. It's not possible. It's not rocket science. So I told myself if I can push myself to pay it, because it was, to me, I'd never paid any money like that before. And I went on a weekend trip. We did hotel, a lot of things in Abuja for a weekend. 3 million naira retreat. And I came back with a lion's mindset. Just a weekend. Because that was the first time I told myself, I wrote it down, my next goal is to make 1 billion naira for 2025. Before I went to Abuja, I had told my team that, every year we normally increase our rates, maybe 20%, 15%. I told them before I went for the retreat that we were going to increase by 30%. At that retreat, hearing what I heard, I sent a message to our operations director. We are increasing by 50%. Hey, coach, I told them, scratch everything we've thought about before, because that retreat challenged my mind. That retreat pushed, I was hearing testimonials. I was seeing people telling me, sharing with us, with evidence. In fact, I'm going to mention her name. One of the people that was at that retreat was Trisha. If you know her, Trisha of Trisha Biz, shout out Trisha, built Ziba Resort. It's a beach resort in Lagos. And she was at that retreat. She shared with us how she built that beach resort with audacity. I said, Trisha, God will bless you. You have given me another thing, audacity. So I entered Audacity journey from November 2024, and 2025 came. I started telling my team it's time to migrate or upscale to something that I call the powerhouse, where I will start raising leaders, I will start raising powerhouses, and I will start helping more people to scale. One of the lessons I got from going for that retreat is that you need to expose your mind to what you want. Find a way. I don't care. Borrow money. Go for those programs. Travel. Expose your mind to what you want. It is going to help your life. So by the time I came back to Lagos, Nigeria, 2025, we started plotting. How do we migrate? What new thing? Because I'm used to creating a bang. Anytime I want to launch something new, now I'm a dramatic person. Everybody that knows me knows that I'm a drama queen. So I got more staff. At that time, we brought in the brand manager, somebody that will come and manage the brand. At that time, we brought in our video editors, plenty things that, we started doing. In fact, I skipped the part that we started launching our podcasts. I had done the podcast for 2 seasons in 2020 and 2021. 2021, it had aired on DSTV, African Family Magic. They didn't give me money. They just took my content, and it was exposure for both of us. But in January, I said, we're moving to a new place. Where we were operating from was a 2-bedroom flat. We moved to a 5-bedroom duplex. It was challenging. Because the service expenses, the operating expenses. But I told myself, if you want to raise 1 billion, Lara, you are a 1 billion woman. You need to have 1 billion naira work ethics. You need to have 1 billion naira mindset. You get. And now it's no longer 1 billion. It's now $1 million. So that's 1.5 billion naira. That's where we are at right now. So January, we got our camera, set up our studio so that we can shoot How They Healed. It's been running for some weeks now. You can just scroll up or scroll down anywhere. Just keep checking. You will see the How They Healed series. Now, I am a mind and strategy coach. Do you know another thing I did? I left therapy. So I didn't leave it completely. I shifted it and delegated it to my coaches because I wanted to 10x my income. If you want to 10x your income, you will focus only on the 10x. You can delegate it to people. You can even kill it if it's no longer serving you, like I killed matchmaking back then. When I wanted to kill matchmaking, people were telling me, no, nobody. But look at me today. It's not about where you are currently. It's about where you are going in life. So I shifted my therapy clients to my coaches. Now they handle coaching. And now I only earn 9 figures. My 1 hour or 90 minutes is a lot of money because that is where I am now. So, ladies and gentlemen, why did I share all of this story for you? I wanted you to know that it is possible. Your dream is possible. I don't care what it is. Everything you want is possible. But are you obsessed with it? I am obsessed. I sleep, eat, dream, I work. 2, do you embrace failure? Because a lot of people don't like to fail. If you don't like to fail, you cannot succeed. People that are succeeding today, they have failed so many times. I can tell you how many jobs I've done. I've been an event planner. I have sold food before. I have done secretary work. I have worked in a bank. I had a marketing and media company years ago that failed. I had 4 staff. It failed. You understand? But I don't give up. I don't say, hey, maybe business is not for me, maybe this one, maybe that one. No, I keep getting up over and over and over again, no matter the failure, until I stumbled into what is making me money. Are you obsessed? Are you ready to fail and keep failing until success comes in? You must train yourself to start seeing opportunities. If you're a makeup artist, don't just stop at one level. Don't just do makeup and go home. What else can you do for your clients? Can you teach them personal makeup? Can you train other makeup artists? Can you franchise your makeup? That's what House of Tara has done. You know, there are some people that are still under House of Tara, or they are entrepreneurs, but it's franchise, it's licensing. So they pay her a certain amount every month or year. I don't know how she does her own. But that's how franchise works. They'll pay you a certain amount and use your name, and you are still earning from it. Can you do just think? The more clients you have, the more you can start thinking for their needs. And you don't even have to think alone or in isolation. Their conversations will tell you. If you're a photographer, for instance, are you thinking, what else do they need? Are you teaching photographers? Do you have graduating students? Do you have other ways? Do you have different packages for family photograph, for professional photograph? What is your own niche? Plenty ways to make money. It's one of my specialties. I help people create different streams of income from one income. I help people create different streams of income from one income. It's something that everybody needs to learn how to do. I got here because I am one of those people that I cannot do 65 streams of income. I cannot be doing crypto here, this one there. I will lose focus. Remember, I talked about obsession. You have to be obsessed. So you cannot be doing 5, 10 things at a time and be obsessed. No, you will never be good at any of them. So I focus only on one thing per time, and I create different money points, different money angles from that one thing. This is what you can do. And if you want to dive in deeper, you need somebody that would help you. You've heard my story. You want to start earning 9 figures. You want to build your business. You want to start hiring staff. You want to start making more money. You want to build a lifetime value for your clients. Who else than me? Remember, I have done it time and time again. I am going to guide you, hold you by the hand, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Most of my clients are not even in Nigeria. I have clients in over 25 countries. We will just fix a session and then voila, you're making 9 figures. I hope this video has inspired you. If it has, I need you to share, I need you to comment, I need you to like, I need you to show as many people as possible. Why? Because we can all be billionaires together. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. My name is Lara. Could I see Don Momo? I always say before I leave that it is time to start building intentionally. See you in my next video.